Hello everybody, it's Christine. It's time for Scraplift Crafternoon. Let me show you the layout. It is by, oh my goodness, her name is Essie, I think. She does, yeah, Essie, and there'll be a link below. And I guess she does work for Lottie Loves Paper. And this right here is the layout we're going to scrap lift. And basically she took, I think it was Vicky Booten paints, and she made little lines. Now hers is a fall layout. And it's funny because the lady and I were kind of chatting and somebody proposed it and it's like, oh, great, September is a good time for fall layouts. And I'm thinking, no, it's still like 97 degrees here in Texas. So I'm not going to do fall, honestly, in a bit of a rebellious mood. So I'm just going to do a different season. Well, not even a season, really. So the picture I have is my daughter. This was the day we had her signing day for when she signed her, well, it's a ceremony like when kiddos sign to go to college. They've got a scholarship and whatnot, or they're going to play a sport in college. And so she was going to play soccer at OBU. And so I've got this picture. Now I'm going to cut it because hers, the picture is square. So I'm going to take this off here and trim that. And then the paint things I have, I'm going to work with, I think these here. I got to decide because this is kind of pretty too. Black cherry, I don't know. I got these ones at the moment. It's actually Twinkling H2Os by Luminart. I don't think these folks are in business anymore. I really don't know for certain. But they're little watercolors and they do shimmer real good. So I'm going to do that. Now she actually had a stamp and ink that she kind of used to add a little something something. I don't know that I'm going to do that because I don't have anything in all these colors. I'm certain of that. So I'm probably not going to do that. But I did pull out this green Distress Oxide because I'm going to use some leaf stamps here. She did use leaves, and I just figured I'd do mine in green. She was doing like brown again. She was kind of in the fall stuff. Now she had quilling. I have nothing to do quilling with, y'all. She also did use Vicky Booten, so I pulled this out. I may do, I'm going to pull some stuff out of here, y'all. I don't know exactly what. I have a ton of Vicky Booten anyway, so I am not worried about the quilling. I don't have anything to do that with. I've never done it, and I'm not even going to try because it'll probably end up like a rosette, and it'll be a hot mess. So let me go ahead and I'm going to wet these and pull my paintbrush out and paint this, and then we'll get to going. I'm going to trim this too. All right, we'll be back in a second. Okay, gang, I've got my white paper and I've squirted some water in all my little paints here. Now I'll still have to add water in a few more times because they just soak it up, I guess. But I'm going to go ahead and leave this little bit here in because making these stripes is so satisfying. It's so pretty. I will tell you, my stripe section is like way bigger than hers. I feel like hers is a little more concentrated to the center of the page, and I went a little big on the stripes. I didn't actually do it intentionally. It just happened. So I'll go ahead and put all these little stripes on here now. Mine turns more rainbowy because it's just they're brighter colors versus her kind of fall palette. And so I'm going to end up with, well, I guess 6 colors, and they're going to be bright and shiny. And I try to show you at the very end the shimmers, and because there is a little shimmer in them, and it's really pretty. I love these paints, actually. I'm kind of sad. I don't think I can get them anymore. I haven't looked because, to be honest with you, I haven't gotten anywhere close to using these up. And then I asked myself, well, why haven't you used these more often, Christine? They're so pretty. And also, honestly, with the red, I need to remember that red because there's many a time I've kind of thought to maybe do a red, but everything I have is so, I guess, muted. It looks like dried blood. And this is actually kind of a brighter red once I get it down. I think it's called Poppy Seed. Poppy Seed Red, I think is the color it's called. Now, this real color here is really pretty. It's a rose gold, and I think this is a really gorgeous color. And in just a second, I'm going to actually do the little sprinkles. And she kind of did the sprinkles, I think, as I recall. I did watch the video and actually watched it a couple times. I guess because I had it on my iPad just sitting there. But anyways, I know she did like the color on color or whatever, so I'll do that. I do end up with sprinkles kind of all over the place, but thankfully I had my mat down, y'all. I was a little bit smarter this time. But look at that gorgeous red, y'all. Isn't that pretty? I like that. And so I will do my sprinkles in just a second. I'm going to cut away, though, because, well, I will in just a second. I'll cut away because I don't think you need to see me do the entire set of sprinkles. But I use my paintbrush. I use my water. I will, like I said, have to squirt some more water in there. It does kind of soak it up. And then I put it in there probably a little too early on the parts I haven't gotten to yet. But I'm just going to sprinkle the colors as she kind of did all the way up. Now, I got to let that dry for just a second. So I'm going to matte my photo. And she kind of only matted hers, I think, on white. But I went ahead and double matted mine. I went ahead and used this pretty little turquoise color. And then I'm going to use the back side of it, which is some stars. And the stars actually go perfectly with these colors. I kind of almost wished I may do this. I may do these paints again with this paper. I really don't know because I can see it, but not as much as I would love to have seen it. It does go pretty good though. I like this paper with these paints. But anyway, I'm going to make the photo mat. I will scuff the edge of the white piece of the photo mat. I don't scuff the edge of the bluish. I don't know why. I just didn't feel like doing it. I think it looked better with the cleaner edge on the inside. So anyway, I make my mat. Now my picture, the other interesting thing, I don't know how I did this. I do this now and again. I tilted the camera. So my picture is at an angle. And I started to put it down straight like hers and kind of, you know, build the layers around it. And it wasn't going to look right, y'all. I had to have it at an angle. You just couldn't see my daughter's face right. So my photo is going to end up at an angle. And that's because of the picture. Here's where I'm going to stamp. I pulled these little, these clear stamps out. This goes okay. I could have done a little better, I think. I mushed them on a couple of spots, but it's not a big deal. I mean, it's because I guess I pressed too hard. And these are not the best. I mean, they're just kind of cheap little stamps, if I'm honest. You can kind of see what I got going on here. I think I've got them kind of where she did. I'm not going to lie. Not having the quilling threw me off just a little bit because I was like, okay, where do these clusters kind of go? And I'm looking at hers, you know, and because her quilling kind of expands her clusters a little bit. But anyway, I get my green leaves down. I do have a little solid leaf, too, that you can kind of see I've done. Although the one right there by the upper left of the picture is going to get covered up. Okay, so I've looked at the picture there, and I've decided, yeah, you're going to have to be at an angle. So now I've got all this Vicky Booten ephemera, and I'm going to go through this stuff for these layers here. I don't even remember now which thing I picked out first, y'all. I'm so sorry. But I ended up picking out, she did have a little notebook punch-looking thing, and there was one of those in there. So I'm going to pull that out for sure because I go, okay, that matches her little set of stuff. And then I find like a clipboard piece. I don't know, again, like I said, what order I find these things in, y'all, because I dig and dig and dig. So I'm going to find a little clipboard. I find another little label. I actually initially pulled out like I don't know what that is, date stamp or something. It says, I don't know, it's got little numbers on the side of it. I put that on the left side originally, but I think I started here with the title, though. I do like this where to next. I think this makes sense because let me tell you about the picture now while I'm kind of fussing around with these decorations and stuff like that. So I think I mentioned in the beginning, maybe this was signing day. So if your child, you know what, though? I think most of my audience is older than me, but so maybe you've already gone through this. So you're welcome to comment if you want to add any comments about it. But basically, when your kid does sign a contract or whatever to go play sports in college, there's this fun kind of ceremony. Everybody calls it national. It's signing day. And I'm trying to remember now, but I feel like everybody signs on the same day, like all the students across the country. I can't swear on that. It may have something to do with the school, too. It's around the same time of year. But anyway, all the kids are put like in a room, and they usually they have all the tables will be all decorated with their particular college of choice. And if a given college has more than, in fact, I think maybe the colleges come and decorate now that I think about it. I'll tell you why I don't remember specifically in a second because our situation was a little bit unique. Anyways, they typically will come and decorate the table, and the kiddos will all sign and get their picture taken, and maybe their coaches will usually be around, and there's always kind of this cool little like ceremony to sign your contract, even though technically they've already signed it usually. But anyway, it's kind of to sign to go off to college. And you're signing your intent, you know, to show that this is where you're going to go to play your sport. So the reason my daughter is a little bit unique is she actually had hurt her knee. No, let me think just a minute. No, that's not right. She hurt her knee after. She dropped out of the soccer program at the school because, frankly, the coach was just not, it wasn't a good fit. I'm not going to say anything more than that. So she wasn't actually playing soccer at the school at the time this event happened. She'd been in the program. She'd been in the program 3 years because she hurt her knee the last couple of days of her junior year. So she'd been on varsity, everything, but it just wasn't a good fit with the coach, and so she left the program about mid-year. And because of that, he said she could not participate in the school signing day. And I thought that was terrible. That wasn't right. I mean, she was signed for college sport. I mean, I can't help it. We couldn't help it. You sucked. I don't want to say it like that, but I did. So anyways, we got permission from the school, though, to go ahead and set up in a different part of the school. And so she could still have, the same day. And she had some friends come, and she had her coaches come and all that. So we set up an entirely different setup for her because that's an important day. It's a really exciting day for these kiddos. And I thought that was a little vindictive, if I'm honest. I didn't think that was right. So we set up our space, and you can kind of see we got little decorations going on. We have our little flowers, and then there's actually some little pictures when she was like 5, 6, 7 years old, something like that, when she played soccer, and got the college the college little things set up, and it was fun. We had her, like I said, her coaches and stuff came, her friends came, and it was a fun time. So I've made my way through these ephemeras here, and I decided on the right-hand side I had that big old camera. I thought that she had a camera, and I was real kind of excited to find that one with a handle, because she had the little tree ephemera on the sides of her photo, and I didn't have anything that really went with that per se. So I made the camera work, and then I had, like I said, the clipboard and some little labels and stuff on the other side. I really like how this turned out, actually. It's a very... I feel like I got it kind of blown up bigger than hers, and hers was a little more compact, but I still kind of like it. I will say I struggle a little bit, like I said, without that quilling, but I do go into this, I go into the sticker sheet. I find a few little stars in just a minute, but first I think I pull out the, there's some rosettes or half rosettes or something like that I find in just a second, and I kind of try to put those, kind of like the quilling was what I had in my head, but I only had 2 of these little half rosettes, so I put those in the upper left and the lower right, and I think that looks okay. I think it's a nice substitution. And then I'm going to put that. I did find the little yellow dots, or gold dots that she used. And Vicki Booten puts those in a lot of her little chipboard pieces. So that worked out pretty well. I put those, put one up there next to the Let's Play, which, by the way, I thought that was kind of fun. I found Let's Play in the titles, the pre-made titles, which I thought was great and kind of works with the fact this was like a sports thing, game or whatever. So it says Let's Play. And then I'm going to find another little chipboard piece that says Go. That's going to go in the upper left by that other little half rosette. And then I think this is maybe when I find the stars. I'll find little stars in just a second and kind of put those around too. And then honestly, I have to tell y'all something funny too. So I have to still kind of glue some of this stuff down. But I had pulled out, or I will pull out, the Nuvo drop. She used Nuvo drops. So I went and got like the clear ones, the little sparkly ones. And I pulled those out. And I can't tell if I have it out there yet, though, y'all. But anyway, I decided I need to use Nuvo glue to glue some of my pictures down, or my labels and things down, right? But I had that Nuvo glitter sitting there, and I started using that as the glue. I'm squirting it up underneath my stuff, and I'm thinking, why is none of this sticking, y'all? I didn't put any of that on camera because I was just gluing. But then I realized I had those friggin' glitter drops. There it is. I've got those glitter drops. And I'm going to start... I had put those up underneath there and tried to use it as glue. It didn't work. But anyway, I go around the page and I put those glitter drops everywhere. So here we go. Here's the slowdown. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry my voice is a little crackly. It's early in the morning here, y'all. So I haven't used it much yet, and I'm just waking up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check out the playlist. We'll have the playlist below for all the ladies that are doing the scrap lift, and definitely the original. She's got a great little channel. She doesn't have a ton of videos, I don't think, at least unless I was on the recents. That's possible too, y'all, so my apologies. Anyways, y'all have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.